We've been talking about rumors for a new Tony Hawk game for what feels like forever now, right? 2020 appears to be the year that we will see a new Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. What that actually looks like and if it'll be good, well, that still remains to be seen. But based on how many rumors are out there, how many people seem to have had some sort of contact with Activision for songs or even motion capture, it looks like Activision is planning to do something with the Tony Hawk Pro Skater brand, which is interesting because I assume that means that they would have signed Tony Hawk back on, and hopefully it turns out a bit better than Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 because that sure was something, right? But we do have, once again, more rumors pointing to the idea of a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game in 2020, and also a new skate game, kind of. It's EA, so I don't necessarily doubt it because it's EA, but let's take a look at this because a lot of people were sending me this the other day, and then as it went along, I think it was yesterday, and then as it went along, more and more places started to pick it up, and I thought we would take a look because now we're going into this, 3-month stretch of Summer Game Fest, and I think this could be there, or this could even be part of Microsoft's Thursday event coming up as well. Any of this is possible, as this could end up being a cross-gen game and be something we can buy and play straight up on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So what happened here, we're going to jump over here to VG247, who has a bit of a write-up as well as a transcription here that kind of shows what was said during this podcast. You can also watch that as well. It's linked down below. It says, in a single interview, skater and musician Jason Dill seems to have confirmed the existence of a new skate and a new Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. Now, if you remember, the other day, we did see a listing pop up by a retailer, which was like Tony Hawk Alcatraz, and that was a level from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. That could be a working title. That could be what it's called now, right before it actually gets a release. It's hard to say there, but we get the retail listing. We have people talking about it all over the place. We had the message that popped up on Facebook where a musician said that they had allowed Activision or signed with Activision to provide several tracks for a Tony Hawk game for 2020. And on top of that, I've even been alerted that there has been motion capture at certain skate parks, we'll say. So a lot of things seem to be going down with Activision and skateboarding, which, again, a lot of us believe would be something with Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Now, what Jason Dill essentially says here for Tony Hawk Pro Skater is that he provided tracks and that he wanted to get a skateboard in the game, which seems to have done that, so that's cool. But then he goes on to talk about Skate, and this is kind of sad, I'll admit, because we think of Skate and we go, up. Skate 4. Let's go, EA. Let's get that done. Let's get Skate 4 out there. It's been a long time since Skate 3. It's been like 10 years. So a lot of us have been hoping that they would do something else with that brand, considering we have backwards compatibility for Skate 3 on the Xbox One. On the PlayStation side, there's really no way to play that at this point on like your PS4 locally. So this is what was said. I got a call from EA people about 10 months ago, and they said, hey, we want to talk about the Skate game. And I said, oh, that's fine. They basically said, hey, Jason, we want to do a mobile version of Skate 3. That's it. That's what they said. That's it. A mobile version of Skate 3. That's tough. That's tough. That's real tough. I mean, look, I get it. The mobile scene is hot. Obviously, there's a ton of customers there that you can leverage through free-to-play games, gotcha games. This, I assume, would be like a free-to-play version of Skate 3 where maybe they sell you boards, or they even have boards and cosmetics and all of this stuff set up on a gotcha system. That's very possible. Right, Skate 3 on a touch screen though. That's the thing with Skate 3. The biggest part around the Skate series, of course, is their trick stick, right? With that right stick where you move it around in different ways to make tricks happen on screen. People really like that because it feels more skill-based than something obviously like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It is hard to do moves or tricks, I should say, in Skate that are very easy to do in Tony Hawk. Now, that's not to say that the Tony Hawk games are bad or anything. It's just they're two different games, essentially, that are skateboarding games, right? Tony Hawk is very fun if you want a fast arcadey experience, and Skate is kind of closer, still kind of arcadey, but closer to like the simulation experience. My concern about hearing with this mobile version of Skate 3 is that EA may be looking at the Skate brand as like a lesser than kind of thing with everything else they have, despite the pretty good fan base, I would say, around the Skate series. Whenever Skate 4 comes up, people online get really excited to see them revive that brand and bring it back, but we haven't really heard anything. There have been rumors about Skate 4 coming, and then nothing happens at E3 that year, and we kind of move on. It seems like every year this happens, but at least we could see Tony Hawk Pro Skater come back this year, and maybe they can take another shot at it, because I can't imagine it's going to be worse than Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. I don't think it's possible, and if it is, that would absolutely blow my mind that they would spend what would probably be a 3 to 4 year dev cycle if they started a year or two after Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 came out. So I would like to think that they actually spent the time in this, and they looked at what happened with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 and said, okay, let's not do that again, but it's Activision really, so who knows there. But let me know what you guys think about this Tony Hawk Pro Skater game for this year. There seems to be a lot of skepticism around if it can be good after what we got, obviously, with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, and then even that Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD thing on the PC, and that was like, that was pretty bad too. But I'm very hopeful that it's good, right? We'll see, because they would have had to have re-signed Tony Hawk for the game, and I don't think they would have done it for a game that would have turned out to be just junk and terrible. So here's hoping they spent some time with it. But seeing Skate be proposed as a mobile game now, that one hurts pretty bad, I'll say. But let me know what you guys think about this. And do you think that this could be a cross-gen game where it gets revealed maybe through like either Summer Game Fest, or maybe it's revealed like near like next to the PS5 or the Xbox Series X with their third-party stuff that they're doing? Interesting stuff to consider there. Thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure you like the video on the way out if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if not, and I'll see you next time.